Hello everyone, this is Sri. So I have started the new playlist which is MySQL tips and tricks, and this is the first video for that playlist. Okay, so in this session, we are going to see the very small example, but I think this will be helpful much for your performance wise. Okay, you should be aware of this. So here we are going to try to understand why the data type is matter. Okay, we need to choose the right data type for the data. Okay, so and we are going to see one example with that, how it is impacting and how we are going to correct that. And also when we are querying the data, which is having the varchar data type, we should use the single quotes. Okay, even it is number, we should use the single quotes. So let's go to the demo session. So here is the MySQL server, and here is the three database, and I have the table VI. Show create table VI. So this is very simple structure. Like we have only two columns. One is ID and customer ID. ID is having the integer data type, and the customer ID is having the varchar data type. Okay. And you can see ID is having the primary key and the customer ID have the secondary key, both the columns having the index. Now let me do select star from VI. I have overall three records stored in this table, in the table VI. Now I am going to filter the data which is having customer ID equal to 102. Okay, so let me do that. Select star from VI where customer ID equal to 102. So when I'm doing this, it is working, right? Based on my web class, it is working. And if I check the explain plan for this query, let me do that. Explain. And here you can see my query is using the index, but it is not 100% filter, and it is also scanning the entire three rows. Okay, overall we have only three rows in this table. I am just doing only with where class, I am just filtering only one row which have customer ID 102, and the customer ID is also having the index. Okay, but when I am checking the explain plan for this query, it is doing rows equal to 3, which means it is doing the full table scan. Okay, I have the index, but why it is doing the full table scan, right? That is the next question. Because here we need to understand the difference between integer and the varchar. We are storing the integers in the varchar column. Okay, customer ID is the varchar column. Okay, this is the varchar column, and we should understand integer column only store the numbers, but the varchar column can store numbers, letters, and the characters. Okay, so in this case, when we um doing some filter on the varchar column, we should use the single quotes. Okay, the character should be placed in the single quotes. Currently, we did not mention any single quotes here. Okay, so now let's see one example with single quotes. I am just adding the single quotes on 102. Now I am checking the explain plan. Now I can see it is scanning only one row and it is filtered 100%. Currently, I have only three rows in this table, so this is fine. I mean, it is not going to create any much issues. But if you have huge amount of data and if you have the query like this, then think about it. It will do the full table scan and it will create the very performance issues in your environment, right? So make sure on this. The first advice here is, if you are having the varchar column, you should place your strings within the single quotes. Okay, then only it will optimize, will choose the right plan, and the index will be used, and you will get the better optimized plan. The next one is, I know I'm going to only store the numbers in this column, customer ID column. Okay. Then why I need to have it as a varchar column? Better I can convert it to integer, right? So let me convert that. Show create table VI, alter table VI, modify customer ID integer. I am just converting to integer. So previously it was varchar. Now I know that we are just going to store the numbers in the customer ID column. So why I need to have it as a varchar? It did not make sense, right? Because we need to choose the right data type for that right data. So I just converted it to integer. Now I am checking the explain plan without single quotes. It is properly scanning only one rows and it is 100% filtered. And I can also use the single quotes. It is also properly the plan is optimized. Okay, so here the two things the takeaway, make sure that you are choosing the right data type to store your data. Okay, data type, choosing the data type is the matter. And also, in case if you are scanning some number from the varchar column, please make sure to use the codes. Otherwise, it will create the problem, even you have the index. Okay. So I think this session is interesting. I am planning to give more videos in this playlist, MySQL tips and tricks. So stay tuned for more videos. And if you, as usual, if you like this video, share with your friends. And if you did not subscribe it, please subscribe and support my channel. And I am also taking the MySQL training course. In the second batch is going to start at April 10th. If you have interested, please reach me. Okay. Thank you very much.